There are two kinds of people in this world. The people who fail to do what they know they should, and those who keep doing things they know they shouldn't. Guess what? You're both. Hi, I'm your host, life and business coach, Marcy Barker, aka your loving kick in the pants. In this podcast, I'll teach you the 6 steps of my accountability code that will help you wake up with clarity and show up with aligned action steps that make follow through easy and peaceful. All right, let's jump in. Hello, my beautiful people. I am here with my good friend, Ashley. And I just told Ashley, she's a different version of Ashley today. So before we dive in, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and your stage of life?
My name is Ashley. I am a wife. I'm a mother of 2. I have a son who's 6. I have a daughter who's 3. I'm also working 30 hours a week.
And you drive a lime green Mustang.
Yes,
Tell me
I
about
do.
that. Where'd you get that? Why? What's the reason behind it?
I was honestly just driving to go look at other cars when I drove past that car. And I flipped around, went and looked at him. Well, no, I already have my heart set on this other car. So I drove away. Then I flipped around again. I'm like, no, I need to know prices. I need to know if this is in my range, if it's doable. I want this car.
Yeah.
Then I'm all, no, okay, drive away again. And then I flip around, I'm all, no, I will walk away with this car. This car is mine. So I went through the process, and now I own a lime green Mustang.
Yay, I love that. I love when we know we're supposed to do something. It's like, no, it all makes sense now. So
I kept trying to tell myself, no, you don't deserve this, or it's not yours, but nope, it was mine.
Have any of those thoughts related to some of your recent happenings? We have a little bit to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Tell me your mindset when we started the program, and tell me how it's shifted to now.
I've shifted a lot. I've learned a lot.
You came and you were like, I know I need to do this. I've been watching you because we met each other. Yeah, we met each other in January, and then social media just kept us going. You'd see posts, we'd see each other's posts, and then what made you be like, I need to talk to her. I need to book a call.
Well, what's amazing with you is that you offered a free call to walk through the steps. I'm like, it's not going to hurt. Let's see what this is all about. It's not going to hurt just to make that one little call.
Yeah.
And I got on that call that was all it was going to be, is this one call and see what I can learn from you. And boom, I was sold. I needed you in my life.
Good.
So that's what.
When we were on the call, after I got off, one of my daughters, she was like, Mom, did you just tell that lady to quit her job?
Yes, she did. She said, quit your job. We're making the phone call next week.
Yeah, I told my daughter, I was like, well, I'm not going to make her quit her job, but she knows she needs to quit her job, so.
You also did tell me that I'm the boss of my own life. You're just there to give me that loving kick in the pants of what I need to do to take that next step. Yeah. So there was a few different pieces. We kind of went through a different transition where I was like, did you do it? Did you do it? We were on the group call, and I was like, everybody send Ashley some really positive peer pressure that she quits. And so tell people behind the scenes of have you quit your job? Why haven't you quit your job? So it was a roller coaster. It's I've felt that I am meant for more and deserve more, but I've had this job for 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. It's all I've known. So it was hard for me to make that shift. Your time is valuable. You need to quit that job so that I can step into my next higher self, my next best version. Yeah. And I was like, I can't quit my job. How do you just quit a job? I've had it my whole life. Yeah. And then your words hit me and kept hitting me. And I'm like, I just can't do that to my family, to just quit cold turkey. Mm-hmm. Even though every day my husband was rooting with you. He knows when I go to that job. I should get on a call with him. When I get to that job, or even working up to get to that job, it just is energy draining. I come back a different person, and it takes a little while to unwind. Reset, yeah. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about the reflection here, because when I was like, okay, did it happen? Did it quit? And you gave me a very solid reason why not yet. So tell me a little bit about the reflection. There was just a few events in our life that took place where it wasn't doable. It wasn't even though I wanted to, it wasn't a place in my life where I can just quit. Even though me and my husband would love for me to. With those reasons in our life, I decided that with the hours and the flexibility my jobs gave me and the pay is worth my time, and the time being while I build what I need to be.
Yeah.
My better version,
Yeah.
So I was like, but I went to my job every day a better person because of those hard questions and conversations with you, that my job is there just for a time period. It's not going to be there every day of my life. It's just for this shift until I become myself and what I need to be. It's there for me.
Yeah.
And it's flexible.
It was really amazing to recognize the mental shift of like, Ashley's not working for this job. This job is working for Ashley now. Like, it has its place and it is preparing you. And when we worked through the accountability code this morning, listeners, as a group, I pointed out that implementing is the fourth step of the accountability code, and it's different than commitment. So implementing is putting into use a desired skill or value. A commitment is like black or white, did you do it? So, for example, Ashley's implementing was like, have a good outlook, set your boundaries, put your phone down when you are home, spend time with your family. Yeah. And the commitment is like black or white, did you quit, yes or no? And the implementing that you did is automatically progress. Like, it makes you a better person in this moment while you work on those big things that you know are coming eventually.
Yeah.
Hey listeners, the message of waking up and showing up is yours for the taking. In fact, it's free. I've recorded my entire audiobook and I'd love for you to consume it between episodes. Head to marcybarker.com to get instant access to the accountability code Wake Up and Show Up. All right, let's jump back in. What would you say was a defining wake up and show up moment where you were able to be like, oh, I see this differently now and I'm showing up differently?
Was that I didn't feel I deserved it, or that there's more out there, or that I'm worthy. And talking with you and working through the steps, I now am coming out a whole different person through this 8-week progress with you. I feel more confident and clear and focused where my goals are and who I want to be, instead of being stuck in a rut.
You're in control.
I'm in control.
In a big way that you haven't experienced for a really long time. So that's really cool.
Yes, absolutely.
When you say your husband was kind of on my team.
Yes.
What was your perception of a loving kick in the pants? Because you already came to me knowing you needed that push. So, hard question now. Okay. What do you think that next push is? And I always tell people this is dangerous because once you tell me...
My next step is you've helped me focus, and I just started my own cleaning business for Airbnbs. You helped me see what I wanted to do and exactly how I wanted to do it. Once I make those phone calls and all that, my mind, I could tell you 100 times that I was going to quit my job. I hate my job. I don't want to do it every day. It makes me miserable. But I can finally see that I'm in the process of quitting that job.
And for the right reason.
For the right reasons, instead of being angry or hurt or whatever it may have been at that job. It's I accepted it. It's there for me while I need it, but I'm shifting and to my better version. And that was my loving kick in the pants, that I will be quitting that job that was our main focus.
Yay, I love that. And this morning when we worked through the accountability code, you spoke what you do and everybody was like taken back, like, what? Like, there's a confidence there that wasn't there before. And part of the challenge is just going to be reminding yourself, like, no, this is the path. I felt deep down this is what I need to be accountable to, and you are definitely in the process. I'm super proud of you for being honest with the whole process, because there was that group call and I was like, hey everybody, we're almost done with the program, like, questions, comments, concerns, like, you can be honest. And you're like, I don't think I got the most out of this. And I was like, I was just waiting for her to be like, but tell everybody why. And it was good because you were just like, I know I need to do this thing. And little did we know your implementing was so strong. It was just those little things that needed to happen little by little by little. And then to come here and be surrounded by everybody in person, that had such a big impact. What would you say you've enjoyed the most about being here at this retreat and being face to face with other people who love and support you?
It felt really good to be in a room full of women who, in a room full of opportunity, will raise their hand and choose you or say your name for opportunities. And that was empowering. I've learned so much just talking one-on-one with each individual lady and their input and being able to help give them input on theirs and what they have to offer really showed me like there's a bigger world out there and things you never even knew existed or that you needed in your life.
Yeah. You have all these besties here. Like
so many resources, so many connections. That's the word.
Good. What would you say was an impactful story from the workbook that stood out to you?
My favorite was page 422 to page 426. It's talking about 5 steps that you need to do.
How to use my time well.
Yep, it says make your list for the day, pray for guidance, set your priorities, start doing your goals, and then pray again. And then it is followed by a how to use your time well reference sheet. That once you implement that, make your list for the day. Because I struggled when I first started having a to-do list or so many things that I needed to get done and accomplish that I would lose focus or get lost in a day. And by the end of the day, I'm like, I feel like I did 100 things, but nothing to show for them.
Yeah.
I was all over the place, all like bing, 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 bing. And then using this list gives you like what matters most to you to least. And also knowing that you put it on your list, you can take it off your list. But then having that list showed me like, wow, I am actually getting stuff done in the day. And having that list, journaling, was a big impact too.
Yeah. How cool is that too? Because it's also setting you up for success when you're full on cleaning. It's like, no, what are my jobs today? Who do I need to contact? Who do I need to follow up with? All of that great stuff.
Seeing so many ladies here too, they're just like, oh, I know somebody. Oh, you want to do this? And once it shifted to like where I wanted my mindset and I was set on what I wanted to do, that's when all like people, I know somebody, let me give you their contact, or hey, let me talk to this person. And it's like, that is great having these ladies here that love and support you and want to see you succeed too.
Yeah. The coolest part too is like, none of us are going away, you know? I'm definitely not going away. You're going to hear me in your head at night. I'm going to be calling your husband and be like, say this, we're on the same team. But really, I have so much faith and gratitude for you. And just like, there's no reason why you're not going to go out and do all these amazing things, because you prove that you're here for the right reason. And those implementing steps are just little by little by little. And sometimes that's all we need is just little, and then boom, we're prepped for the next thing. So
you did say in that 30-minute call I got for you, the one thing you said is, I'm not going to let you slip between or out of the program. I'm not going to let you get lost. You are somebody that I care about and I want to see succeed and go places, and you can't get rid of me that easy. So I'm here for you. And I was like, I think that's what hit me so hard, is that you made sure you're like, want to know what makes me different than the rest? Is that I'm going to always be there. I'll be your loving kick in the pants.
Yeah.
So, and that was like sold. Like, this is who I need in my life. Perfect. I need Marcy.
Well, what I love too is I have a really big mouth. So when now I know that Ashley does X, Y, Z without a doubt, so much confidence. It's like, it's going to be a piece of cake to be like, yes, let me plug you in here, plug you in here, plug you in here. And I love that you're doing it at your own pace and you're really honoring your own process, because we did get into a few other things. It was like, these are heavy. These are factors that really determined like what I have to do right now. And we can't just act like this is the only thing we have to deal with. You know, we are family. We do have other obligations. Sometimes people in our life need more help. And I just really commend you for putting yourself first and defining how you show up.
Yeah, when you were saying, you're like, on one of the group calls, how I said, like, I didn't get that much out of it. Like, you set everything up. Like, You can't make me do the work. You can't make me be successful. You can't make me change my mindset. It has to be 100% me.
Yeah.
And I know I didn't open that book until the last week of the thing. So it is 100% my fault. I had all the tools in front of me to do it faster or at a better pace, but I don't know if I was resisting for whatever was going on in my life and whatever, but last week I got the most out of it. And
yeah. Well, how amazing is it? Like, you showed up for your calls, you were vulnerable, you were honest, and you communicated. And that's what I love. So just imagine what's going to happen next time when you open your book on the first day.
On the first day. Goals. Yes.
Well, and at the end of the day, it's like, I tell my clients this all the time. Like, yes, there's a workbook. There's over 50 stories. This is a jumbo workbook. You know, it's 450 pages. And it's not important that you complete the whole book. What's important is that you learn the steps to follow through with what matters to you. And that's what you did. Yeah. And it's only going to get better. And those steps of the accountability code, like I offered a little loving kick in the pants to everybody. And I said, how many of you have the steps memorized? And not everybody did. And I said, you got to have it memorized because it's going to be something in your back pocket to utilize when you need it. And this is just the beginning. Like, there's so much. And so it's amazing to see this shift that's happening because there's so much more coming. And I'm glad to be a little part of it. So thank you for having me in your life.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Is there any other advice or information you might offer to somebody who has been in your shoes or who wants to be more accountable with some support?
I highly recommend you. You've changed my life for the better. You were there as I needed it, or you gave me what I needed when I needed it. And if they need a loving kick in the pants, they should definitely go to you. Even if they're lost and confused like I was. Like, I followed you and I watched and I loved and stuff, and I didn't think I'd be here today. No way. So being in your program has really helped me focus and find out who I truly am.
Thank you. And there's so much that's going to happen. So shout out to Ashley. She is starting her own cleaning business. She's actually been doing it for a long time, but now it's like legit and official, business cards and everything. So Salt Lake area, Payson area, Park City area. What else are you excited for? Like, what's something that you're like, I'm going to go home and do this because I'm lit up about it now.
I'm excited to go and find the right clientele, find those people who are gonna appreciate what I have to offer them and who value their time.
Perfect.
Get my business off and going and doing what I love to do.
Make a lot more money than at your job.
Finally working into working and making myself happy and doing what I love rather than doing it for somebody else.
Yeah, totally.
Which I love doing for other people, but a company that doesn't show the same appreciation that I gave them. But now I can be that person that shows appreciation to when I finally get a cleaning crew.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for booking that call.
Thanks for offering that.
Yeah.
Free call.
Listeners, if you do want to book a free call with me, more than happy to take you through the accountability code. You can book a call at marcybarker.com and you could be the next Ashley.
You should do it. Make that call.
Thank you, Ashley. I love you and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey friends, I want to thank you for listening to this episode of Your Loving Kick in the Pants. If you got any value out of this episode, I would love for you to drop me a review or share with a friend what you learned. All right, I'll see you next Wednesday for Your Loving Kick in the Pants.